Good evening. It is now 6 p.m. On April 2nd. I will call this meeting of the Board of Selectmen to order. I'd ask you to please rise and join me in saluting the flag. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So the first order of business is approval of the minutes from March 19th and March 26th. Entertain a motion to approve the minutes as written.
Motion to approve.
And I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Next is, I will entertain a motion to approve the school warrant number 1047 for $146,813.68. General warrant number 1048 for $317,976.53. And payroll warrant number 20 for $325,886.31.
A motion to approve.
I will second. All in favor?
Aye.
Next order of business is a review of the town meeting articles.
And I don't know if you want to wait and do it at the end of the meeting, because it's kind of long. If you want to do that later, or
Okay.
whatever, it's up to you.
So, I see, we get special town meeting and then annual town meeting.
Yep.
Okay. All right, we'll put that off for last. Just remind me, because
Okay.
I may forget. Next is to accept a check from Charter. What's this? Check in the amount of $30,000, which represents the annual PEG access operating payment pursuant to the license agreement between the town and Charter.
It goes directly to the LPAC committee for their, equipment or whatever.
Is that outside? Do we budget anything for them in the annual budget?
Nope.
No, this is just their...
Yep.
Okay. I'll entertain a motion to accept the money for LPEC.
Motion made.
I will second. Any discussion needed on that? All in favor? Aye. You in favor of that?
Yep.
Okay. So CMRPC traffic count.
Yep, this is the highways input.
Oh, okay. So did we pass this on? Do we need to do anything further with this?
Nope, I'll send it to CMRPC and tell them that's the additional ones we want to do.
Yep. Okay, so they seem to have added, they added these three? Hillsville Road,
Yep.
east of Ryan and Mabrook, North Street, and Green Road, to the 8 that have already been identified
Right.
earlier. Okay. Let's see, landfill solar lease option.
We were just going to mention that.
Oh, yeah, we were going to just let people know that we did enter into a lease option with Symbiont to study and put solar on the landfill. And we made some changes, mostly at John's request. And Symbiont accepted those changes, and those changes were that it's contingent upon DEP approving the site, and contingent upon us having the exclusive right to back out at any time up till the time we actually sign a lease. So even during their due diligence period, if for any reason we want to pull out, we can. And they agreed to that, so they're studying it now, and it's a 3-year option. So we have 3 years.
Did you make any progress with getting a site walk?
Yes, because we signed it. They wouldn't come out and walk until we had given them some
Yeah.
kind of a site control type thing. So they are going to come out as part of their due diligence
Right.
to look at everything.
Yep.
Yep. So,
When they do, we'll let people know what's happening.
What's the DP gonna look at?
I talked to Trevor Brusso just the other night, They had to switch engineers for some reason, because the engineer that they had contracted to make the fixes that the DEP wanted wasn't working quick enough, so they've engaged a new engineer on the program. And they're saying that they're hoping that they'll accelerate it, but the DEP won't do it until the engineers give the plan. So, but this whole deal with the solar on the landfill is being done with the Board of Health's input. So they're at meetings and they're on conference calls with us. Okay.
We didn't sign a contract with them, we signed a lease option so they can do the study.
Yep.
John Thistle's here from the library too, under new business.
Under new business?
Yeah, it's not on the agenda.
Oh, okay.
Jason asked her to come.
Oh. Can't remember if he told me that or not. All right, so, let's see, request for appointment to the Downtown Development Committee. Interest in joining the downtown development, I believe, is important for North Brookfield to take steps to become more attractive to businesses, customers, and new residents, and to work for the entire community to make our town as visually and aesthetically appealing as possible. As a small business owner in North Brookfield and someone who values cultural and artistic endeavors, I think my point of view is valuable in looking at how to revive and rejuvenate a town like ours. And this is Ethan. I think I saw him walk in.
It's over there, right?
You want to come up? Just introduce yourself for people that might not know.
My name is Ethan Malad. I'm on Ashley Road. So yeah, this is my my intention to join the committee. I think it's a really important thing the town needs to be doing right now, both visually as well as economically, to get particularly the downtown area of town, a place where people want to spend time, and where businesses want to entertain, starting up. So
Have you been to any of their meetings yet?
I have, yeah, I've been to
Okay.
two.
Perfect.
So, yeah.
Good.
They're good with you joining?
They're good. Yeah, they're happy. I think the more people we have, the
Mhm.
better. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
I agree. So I would entertain a motion to appoint Ethan Malad to the Downtown Development Committee.
Motion to appoint made.
And I will second. All in favor? Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's see. And a request to appoint to the Housing Authority. Want to read that one? You read that one.
The North Brookfield Housing Authority. Dear Board of Selectmen, the state-appointed board member's seat with North Brookfield Housing Authority has been vacant since 2009. We currently have an interested party who is a local business owner in town. Per the attached public housing notice 2016 through 27, I am writing to request the Board of Selectmen appoint Miss Sandra and Jimmy as the new state-appointed board member for the North Brookfield Housing Authority. Please feel free to contact me with any questions. Sincerely, Ashley Wolf, Executive Director. I don't know if I should give her a phone number out, should I?
No. Although it's probably public. So then there's a letter
See here?
from Sandy. I don't see her here.
See
I
ya.
don't think so.
So Sandy has given us a resume and a letter of interest.
Want me to read that?
Yeah,
The letter?
just, her letter would be fine.
This is a letter from Sandra and Jimmy, Sandy, to whom it may concern. My name is Sandra and Jimmy, owner and operator of John's Barber Shop in North Brookfield. I'm interested in becoming one of the members of the Housing Authority here in town. My father-in-law, John and Jimmy, happened to be one of the founding fathers of the Housing Authority, and he always enjoyed his time as a member. Having a business in the town of North Brookfield has brought me closer to the community and has given me the opportunity to communicate with a wide variety of people. Over the years, I have become very familiar with many of our older and younger community members. My elderly customers are some of my favorite people to talk to. They have so much to offer if you just listen to them. I believe by being part of this housing authority, I will be able to assist in helping with the decisions that will help to improve the facilities offered to some of our fine community members. Thank you for your consideration, Sandra and Jimmy.
She's not here, but she's a known quantity to me. I don't know if you know her or not, but I would not be opposed to appointing her.
Yep,
in
no,
absentia
if she's
of-
interested and it's been vacant for a long time, I think she'd be a good asset.
So a motion to appoint to the North Brookfield Housing Authority? You gonna make that motion?
Yep.
I'll second. All in favor?
Aye.
That's
I don't need
done.
anything else.
Yeah, that's just,
That's good.
Friends of the Townhouse request to use the townhouse. Didn't we already do this one?
Yeah, and I think they're gonna come next week to talk to you guys about what they wanna do,
Okay.
a little more specifically, I think.
I think we already approved what their initial request,
Their
right?
initial request,
So
right.
if, then they want to do a little more,
A small skit, I guess.
yeah.
Yeah, they're asking to do a little bit more than what they were originally. Originally, they just wanted to do the tours, and now they wanna do a skit and,
Okay.
I don't know, a short performance on the school play, Kara Anderson Dance Studio.
Yeah.
As long as we know we're insured for having that many people up there, I think we'd be good with it.
Yeah, they say it's structurally sound. I don't think there's an issue. They would have to supervise closely if they're going up onto the stage and stuff like that. But if they're coming next week, we'll talk to them, or 2 weeks, right?
No, next week, the off week. They
Or the
wanted to be
week?
off.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I'll step that back to next week. And the library director?
This is just for your information more than anything else, but I
Okay.
thought you would be interested. Save me for Jason.
Oh, okay. Okay, so what are we looking at?
So back in November, the Library Building Maintenance Committee did a walk through the library, as they do every year, and they discovered several light fixtures that were broken or not working, as well as many bulbs that need to be replaced. We try to replace any that we can reach, but there are a lot that we can't, and so from time to time, we have to have Brown Electric come and replace lights and repair them. But what the committee suggested was that I contact National Grid or Mass Saves to see if we can do an upgrade of the lighting and save the town some money, certainly over the long haul. Excuse me. I did that, and they came out and did an assessment in December, and the report, would you be interested in seeing the report? It's kind of a thick volume. This is the short summary.
Yeah.
But they gave us a report identifying all the lights in the building, what kind of lighting they are, and what they would like to do to replace them or upgrade the fixtures. It turns out that the interior lighting is a mixture of different technologies, from compact fluorescent to industrial fluorescence, a few LED fixtures, old incandescents. And outdoor lighting includes metal halide, incandescent, compact fluorescent, and LED. So there's a real mix of all different kinds of lighting there. Some of it is quite efficient. We've made some steps over the past years to make the lighting more energy efficient, but there's a long way to go before the entire library is upgraded. Excuse me. So what they're proposing is to upgrade everything that's possible to upgrade to LED. Some of the old lighting, some of the old chandeliers may not be able to be adapted to LED, but most of the lights would be. The total cost to do this project would be $36,449. National Grid has proposed an incentive, and you can see on your copy there that the number that they're now giving us is $5,664 as opposed to the $3,000 figure there, which would mean that our total cost or investment, if you want to look at it that way, is $30,785. Currently, we pay every year $6,290 just for our lighting. If we were to do this upgrade, we would realize a 59% reduction for an annual savings of $3,736. It would take us 9 years for the payback. Now, the problem is, where do we come up with the $30,000 that we have to pay? It would be great if we could pay for it all at once, knowing, though, that there are strictures or difficulties in coming up with that kind of money. National Grid has suggested that we could do an on-bill repayment loan, which would break out the amount that, well, I assume there would be a down payment. We didn't talk about how much that might be, but whatever the balance would be after the down payment, that would be broken up into 36 equal payments that would be then added to our monthly electric bill. Our current monthly electric bills run about $1,000, averaged out over the course of the year per month, and so it might be up to $1,800 a month if we were to do that. And that would be for 3 years. And so we wouldn't realize the savings right away in our annual costs, but after those 3 years are up, we would begin to see the savings, as they're suggesting, of $3,700 per year. So we would really like to do this. We'd like to move forward. If there's any way that we can, that would be great. If we cannot move forward now, I will need to hire Brown Electric or some other electric firm to come in and replace and repair the lights as they are now without realizing any efficiency savings. And the last 2 times we had that done, in 2014 it cost $7,400, and in 2017 it cost $4,800. So even that is a substantial investment to just get the lights up to where they should be right now without any energy efficiency. So that's where we are with that, and if you would just take that under advisement, that would be great. Do you have any
Right.
questions?
Yeah, do we have to go out to bid on something like this? Do they have to get a
I don't
couple
think
other
so, because I
bids?
think they,
Repair work,
Excuse
probably.
me.
yeah,
It's probably just repair work.
right, yeah.
Okay.
Is Brown upgrading as he repairs? Because a lot of the old fixtures can be changed from fluorescent to LED while you're there.
Right, I think he has done some of that. I've spoken to him on the phone. He was going to call me yesterday and set up a time when he could come and review the lighting again. The assessment indicates that there has been some upgrading of fixtures over the years. As I mentioned, there are a few LED lights already. So I'm sure he must have been doing that. But he wouldn't be able to do all of them. Some, maybe.
Well, if you could absorb it in small amounts, you might not have to put out the 30,000.
Well, and
If he comes in and does a few at a time.
right, that would take much longer, of course. So yes,
All right. Have you been
and that's what our fallback position is. Absolutely.
have you been to the finance committee with this at all?
No, I haven't. I spoke to Jason last week, and he said that I should just come here and let you know that we're looking at this and just get it on in the back of your minds at least. And
Yeah,
we'll-
you should probably talk to the finance committee.
Okay.
So that they're aware of it too, so
Sure.
that, because they help us with financial decisions.
Okay. Good.
And have we talked to Mass Save at all? Is
Yes,
Mass Save?
that's where this came from. I
Okay.
called Mass Save, and because it's more of a business than a residential situation, National Grid works together with Prism Energy to do this kind of assessment and provide the incentives.
Okay. Yeah, so I would suggest that you talk to the finance committee
Okay,
at one of their upcoming meetings, because we're planning for the next fiscal year now.
right.
So looking at the budget, It's all plugged into the spreadsheet now, and it
And of
looks
course,
like
I
we're over.
didn't
but-
anticipate the assessment coming back when it did, so that's not in my budget request either.
Right, but it might be something that if we have a sizable amount of free cash come November, so we can get on a list of projects that need to be
Right.
done, and you can at least get in front of them, and
Okay,
they can recommend
Great.
which ones get done, and
good.
we'll take that under advisement.
I'll be glad to do that.
Great, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
All right. What else did we have?
The 61A sign off.
The 61A sign off, is that,
It's here. You wanna do it?
yeah, might as well do that. So we finally heard from Conservation, the Selectmen took this up, what, in February something or other?
Well, we didn't even get it till February 22nd.
Oh, we
so-
got it February 22nd, we took it up in March, but we didn't get the, we didn't get the input of the Conservation Commission. I guess they finally did meet. And, did they give us a recommendation?
Yes, we have a letter from them now,
And
yeah.
it says not to,
Yeah, that they're not interested in buying it, right?
and we don't have any money, so.
We don't have any money anyway,
What
right?
was that for?
It's a parcel that's coming out of 61A being sold. Are you the new owner, or is that? Okay.
10 Bigelow.
10 Bigelow. We're just signing our right of first refusal, because it was in 61A, they're taking it out for the sale. Is that right?
Oh, they
Yes.
just they just sectioned that off over
They
there,
have,
right?
yes.
The planning board just did.
Okay.
they brought-
Yeah, so planning
Made
board,
lots over there.
when we took it up in March, the planning board had already given us their declination, I guess, of our right of first refusal.
Yeah.
A waiver release. So conservation's waiving, so I'll entertain a motion that we sign this and release it.
Motion made to sign.
And second, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, sir, you are all set.
Sir?
Should be all set. I think it's notarized and executed, so.
Yep. I just need a scanned copy emailed back to me tomorrow.
We'll get one back to you before noon tomorrow.
Sounds good.
Thank you. All right, so. We gotta go back to
Warrants?
warrants. Are we gonna read all these? Is that the?
Well, however you want to do it.
Okay, so we'll start with the special town meeting warrant. The date is set for May 10th, which is the same night as the annual, so this will precede it, 7 PM on that Friday. And these are the articles that have been submitted so far for consideration. You want to read Article 1? I'll do 2, that kind of deal.
Just read the whole.
Just
I'll
the
read this
article.
one, you can read the next one. That's fine.
Go ahead, do your way, that's fine.
Whatever.
Yep.
20 Constable of the Town of North Brookfield, greetings. In the name of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, you are hereby directed to notify and warn the inhabitants of said town qualified to vote in elections and town affairs to meet at the North Brookfield Elementary School Auditorium in said North Brookfield on Friday, the 10th day of May, 2019, at 7 PM to act upon the following articles. Namely, Article 1, to see if the town will vote to transfer a sum of money from available funds to the town clerk election and census salary account or to take any action relative thereto. Article 2, to see if the town will vote to transfer a sum of money from available funds to the town clerk election and census other account or take any action relative thereto. Article 3, to see if the town will vote to transfer a sum of money from the water retained earnings account to the water system improvement account or take any action relative thereto. Article 4, to see if the town will vote to transfer the sum of $29,500 from the water retained earnings account to the water building and maintenance account or take any action relative thereto. Article 5, to see if the town will vote to transfer a sum of money from the sewer superintendent's salary account to the sewer overtime salary account or take any action relative thereto. Article 6, to see if the town will vote to transfer a sum of money from the sewer other salary account to the sewer overtime salary account, or take any action relative thereto. And you are hereby directed to serve this warrant by posting attested copies thereof in the library and upon the townhouse in said town. Hereof fail not, and make due return of this warrant, will your doings thereon to the town clerk at the time and place of said meeting as aforesaid. Given under our hands the 16th day of April, 2019.
All right, so that's the special, that's routine money transfers for shortfalls in various accounts. And then the annual town meeting warrant, which we'll post, where's it go? We put it up online? Yeah, it'll be available online, you can all read it. It's, the annual town meeting is going to be Monday, May 6, 2019, 7 a.m. for voting purposes. That's Article 1. So on May 6th, we will vote for the positions that are up for re-election. Article 2, these are routine articles that we vote on every year to act upon the reports of the selectmen and town officials. That's our annual town report. Article 3 is a vote to print the reports. Article 4 is to fix salaries of elected and appointed officials. Is that the one we usually defer till May?
Yes, yeah, 4, 5, and 6, I think we do.
So, yeah, 4, 5, and 6 are usually deferred out till June. But they're on the article now. Article 5 is the to raise and appropriate for the water department. Article 6, raise and appropriate for the sewer department under the enterprise fund, Mass General Law. Article 7, to authorize the Board of Selectmen to accept gifts and donations of money and real property. Article 8 is to vote to authorize the Selectmen to enter into leases, which I think is obsolete under that new MMA, isn't it? Don't we have to ask every single time for a
Might be.
lease thing?
Might be.
So ask town council
Yeah.
if, I mean, there's no purpose putting it on if we got to get permission every time we want to enter into a lease.
Yeah, okay.
Article 9, voting to authorize the Board of Selectmen to apply for and expend funds available from state and federal grants. Article 10, authorize the Board of Water Commissioners to apply and expend funds. Article 11, vote to give the town treasurer authority to invest town funds. Article 12, authorize the Board of Selectmen to sell and transfer titles in the name of the town of North Brookfield. Article 13, that's another, is that a revolving enterprise fund?
This is the revolving.
That's a revolving. Article 13 sets the limits for all the revolving accounts that we have in town. You can see what they are and what their limits are out of the revolvings. Article 14, raise, appropriate, borrow, or transfer from available funds for the North Brookfield Emergency Squad payments. And that's a pretty steady number. They came in again at the very same number that they've been at for years. Article 15, vote to accept $309,000, a portion to Chapter 90, which we just read and received the other day. And Article 16, this is the Brickyard Road parcel that we want to make town forest land and protect it under Article 97. Article 17 is an amendment to the zoning bylaws, and they're looking to amend the recreational use marijuana and hemp cultivation. Is that a new bylaw?
It's in addition to the bylaw that we had, because we had no recreational marijuana bylaw. It was very slim,
Okay.
and it's quite lengthy to read.
14 pages.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
so
planning-
I'm not going to read this
No.
to you. You can read at your leisure.
The planning board spent 6 months on this, trying to, they melted 4 towns together. We took good stuff from each town that we could, and participation from the crowd. And hopefully this is what is gonna go through.
All right, so I would encourage you, if you're interested in it at all, and you have a opinion one way or another, to read it. It's Article 17, it'll be posted with the annual town meeting warrant.
Yep, after you, they're gonna be signed on the 16th, so they'll be posted after that.
Okay,
Yep.
so we got one more. So the next
The next.
on-camera meeting, so 2
You're
weeks
gonna-
from
you're gonna
tonight.
Sign them, yep.
They'll be signed and posted at that time. If anybody's interested, I will get you a copy. Just get in touch with me at all, and I'll get you
Are
copies.
there any
if you
down,
want.
are there any down at the town office? Can we have Bill King print some out or something so that they're,
Of the marijuana, yeah, if he wants to print some out of the marijuana bylaw,
yeah,
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
if somebody wants to go down and read it.
Yeah, if you want to read it, that's what we'll do. Why don't we put a copy in the
Mhm.
town hall foyer
Yep.
or something like that? It'll be available in the foyer if anybody wants to read it. All right. Anybody got anything they want to say or bring up, or questions?
I just want to kind of announce that the Historical Society Museum will be opening in conjunction with the May Fest on May 4th, Saturday morning. And also, a week from today, here at the Senior Center, they're having a special day celebrating Fenway Park opening day, beginning of baseball season here in Massachusetts. And I think I'm scheduled for 12:15. I'm going to be giving a little talk on early, Brookfield baseball history and the 1934 Connie Mack Day game. So that's open to the public. So if anybody's free in the afternoon, 12:15, want to hear a little bit about baseball in North Brookfield, welcome to come on down.
Excellent, thanks. Anybody else? Anything?
I did have one question, John. 2 weeks ago, you mentioned there was a $1,000. Somebody was putting up a $1,000 match for the rail trail.
He mentioned it to me, so if I can, I'll call him. If we have somebody interested in donating, I'll call him
Well,
and
I
see if
just-
he's ready to match.
I'm just kind of collecting some information. Will that be like if you can get enough people donating up to that amount?
I'm not sure if that was his intent or if it was one person. He just mentioned it in talking one night, and I can get more information on that.
Just, get some information out there and, might encourage some donations.
Yep,
So maybe get some more specifics on it.
yep, I will.
We can spread the word.
Yep,
That'd be great.
yep. And we're gonna start clearing again Sunday, heading south from Orchard Road, if anybody's interested. 9 o'clock.
And Jeff, I did talk to the highway superintendent about the plans. His plan for this year is mainly culvert repairs. He wants to repair a whole bunch of culverts in town that are collapsing. He says he has about 17 of them. So that's his plan right now. He doesn't have, he hasn't given us a plan for roads yet. He's still prioritizing. So once we get any update on the actual roads, I'll let you know.
Okay, appreciate it. Thank you.
He couldn't come tonight, did he tell you that? I
Well,
talked to him this afternoon. He said he was on his way somewhere.
yeah, he sent me an email saying that he couldn't come, and I don't think it's necessary for him to stand here and tell us, as long as he gives us a plan.
Right.
So that we can answer questions when people ask us.
For repairs, is that what you're asking? Road repairs?
Well,
or-
they've been, I think the last couple of years, they did 2 roads in town each year.
Yeah,
I just wondered what the next 2 roads are.
Yeah, and he hasn't identified those yet.
yeah.
And he said that he wanted to address a number of culverts that are crumbling in sides of roads. I know there's one on North Main Street is it the corner of Stoddard up there, or there's a side road up there that has a culvert that's collapsed in, and it's right on the side, and I don't think anybody's dove into it yet, but I think it's significantly crushed in.
There's a few that I've noticed around.
So he said he wanted to address that, and he hasn't identified the roads yet, so. Anything else? All right. So announcements. election stuff.
You want to read this whole thing? Ballot.
Yeah, you can. I think it's actually smaller than the ones we have been reading.
That's right.
You want to read? You
Yeah.
can do the licenses. I'll do this if you want.
I'll do this. This is the official ballot that we'll be voting, the annual town election, Monday, May 6, 2019, 29 Forest Street, the Senior Center. Polling hours are 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. If you have any questions, you can call 508-867-0203, North Brookfield, Mass. Selectmen for 3 years, vote for one. Dale Kiley, 12 Madbrook Road, is a candidate for re-election. The town clerk for 3 years, vote for one. Tara M. Hayes of 11 Wigwam Road. The moderator for 3 years, vote for one. James Caldwell, 50 Mount Pleasant Street, candidate for re-election. Assessor for 3 years, vote for one. Sheila Buzzell, 80 Smith Hanson Road, candidate for re-election. Constables for 3 years, vote for three. Tim Nason, 271 North Main Street, candidate for re-election. Dennis Trella, 25 Evergreen Street, candidate for re-election. And Michael Splain, 20 Elm Street. School Committee for 3 years, vote for one, no candidate. So that'd be a write-in if anybody wants to join the school committee. The Water Commissioner, Water Commissioner for 3 years, vote for one. Scott Bombard, 22 Mill Road. Board of Health for 3 years, vote for one. Trevor Brusso, 7 New Braintree Road, candidate for re-election. Board of Health for 1 year, vote for one. Robert Locatelli, 96 Ward Street. Cemetery Commission, 3 years, vote for one. There is no candidate, so that'd be another write-in. Planning Board for 5 years, vote for one. William King, 42 Rufus Putnam Road, candidate for re-election. Planning Board for 2 years, vote for one. Susan Lyons, 20 Bell Road, or John Turner, 25 Ryan Road. Library Trustees, vote for 3 years, vote for two. Margaret Bodine, 71 New Braintree Road, candidate for re-election. David Maher Jr., 92 Oakham Road. Playground Committee for 3 years, no candidate. Housing Authority for 5 years, Mary Dolan, 271 North Main Street.
Okay. Dog licenses are now available through the town clerk. Tuesday and Thursday, noon to 3, Tuesday evenings, 5 to 8. Through the mail, send a self-addressed stamped envelope for the return license. Fees are $8 for spayed or neutered, $12 otherwise. Late fees will apply per household after June 1st, $5 after September 1st, $25. All right. Text title.
Let me do the auction.
Yeah.
The town ordered auction, North Brookfield, Tuesday, April 16th at 12 p.m., held at the police station, 55 School Street. There's a house at 29 Hillsville Spencer Road, farmhouse on 8.9 acre site. 8.9 acres on the corner of Ryan Road, make a great horse farm. It is improved with a 1,800 square foot colonial style 4-bedroom home, along with a hay barn, silo, and outbuildings in disrepair. Imagine the possibilities. 57 Gilbert Street, 3-family dwelling. This 3-family investment property sits on 0.3 acre parcel at the corner of Stoddard Place in an established residential area. The house has 1,800 square feet of living area and features 4 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, and a partially finished basement. It's an ideal rehab project. 13 Oakham Road, Route 148, single-family home. This single-family rehab project sits on a 0.7 acre parcel on Route 148 across from the elementary school athletic fields. The house has 1,200 square feet of living area and features 3 bedrooms, 1 bath, porch, and detached garage. Zico Group Auctioneers are handling the auction. 382 Boston Turnpike, Suite 222, Shrewsbury, Mass. And their phone number is 508-842-9000.
All right. Anything else?
Do you know if there's no reserve on those properties, or? for the auction?
Yeah, I don't believe there's a reserve at all. It's, deposit of $5,000 is required.
And then $5,000 within 48 hours or something like that.
An additional deposit within 48 hours, that's another 5,000, yeah. Certified bank check, cashier's check, you have to close within 30 days. These are the terms. It's, zecosgroup.com has all the information, but it doesn't say any reserve. It's a tax title auction, so whatever we get back pays the back taxes.
I've been in all three, they're real gems.
That's what I hear as well.
The sweat equity will be great on those.
All right, if there's no further business, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
I will second, all in favor?
Aye.
Good night, everybody.